And now, live from the Neverland Theatre, your host, Gary Starr. Hello, very good evening to you. Welcome back to StageToStream.tv, live here from the Neverland Theatre, here in the heart of Skeg, Vegas. How are you doing? Are you all well? Did you have a great weekend? Hopefully so. We're back now and raring for more fun and action this week. Live here from the Neverland Theatre. My camera might be a bit different this evening because everything packed up just before we started. So that's always fun. So I've had to switch cameras very quickly last minute. But we're here, we're live, and that's what it's all about. Before we start, once again, what we ask you to do, of course, is share this stream with all your friends, all your enemies. Share it out far and wide. Let's get social with all our friends this evening, wherever they may be. And of course, make sure you drop some reactions in the chat as well. We want to see loads of likes and love hearts and all that sort of thing, and get involved with us. In the meantime, let's find out what's on tonight. Live tonight on StageToStream.tv, the fabulous Richard WHYMARK, plus live chat, top banter with your hosts Gary Starr and Right Hand Ruthie, and of course all of our friends out there wherever you may be, right here on... Hey, there we are. Wonderful. It's kind of all working tonight. It's a bit of a stress, but it don't matter. We don't worry about these things. But yes, hope you're all well wherever you are. Hello, Yvette. Just dropped in. Welcome. Welcome to you. And of course, you know who we're waiting for. You know who we want to see right now. Yeah, that's right. It's Right Hand Ruthie.
Right hand Ruthie. Right hand Ruthie.
Right Hand Ruthie. Yeah. Hello, Ruthie.
Hello.
You all right?
Yes, are you?
Yes, very good, thank you.
It's good, isn't it?
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
What you been up to? Anything exciting?
Oh, it's been Easter, isn't it?
It has been Easter, yes.
Yes.
Good for noticing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, nothing much really, because
Did you get eggs?
I got eggs today. Yes.
Good.
I bought you an egg.
Did you?
Yeah.
I ate it.
It's still upstairs.
Oh, did you?
I told you last week.
Oh, right. Okay. There you
Actually, I told you on Easter Sunday.
go. Oh,
Because
there
I
you
put
go.
it upstairs in the cupboard. Because when you went out early on Sunday.
Right, there you go. Good story. Nice.
Well, no, you.
Yeah, Ruth is in the middle this evening because I redid all the cameras. Yes, true story. So I redid all Ruth's... I reset Ruth's camera, reset where she sat completely, reset her desk for her. And in doing so, managed to knock all mine out. So, but yeah, she's back where she should be without a big moon face,
But
which
also,
is nice.
you've made me smaller.
Yeah,
So
I have.
that means if I do happen to drift off, it's less noticeable than if you've got a great big face.
Yeah, well, you were very close before. That's why.
Yeah.
So I've reset everything for you once again.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they
Here we
can
are.
see you properly, not in a mahoosive size. Yeah.
Beverly Charles says, did you know you can track your eggs online?
Really.
What do you mean? Like,
Ovaries.
I'm assuming... Well, maybe. I don't know.
Don't know.
Chocolate
Don't
eggs?
matter, does it?
Is that the thing I was trying to do? I was trying to...
I don't know.
I don't know. Explain yourself, Beverly. Speaking of Beverly, she's got her top fan badge back.
Well, she needs to behave in the chat now, otherwise she'll lose it again. Yes. Yeah,
That's
there you go.
exciting.
There you go.
Yeah, I should check actually who else is the top fan, to see who's got one, who's not got one. Harry's still not got one.
Yeah.
Harry, you're not sharing enough.
He's not interactive enough, obviously. Clearly.
You must try harder. Right, let's check
Yeah.
this top
Hi,
fans.
Paul. While she's doing that, hi, Paul. Hope you're well. I know you've got a meeting tonight. I saw that on Facebook. Hope it goes well for you, my friend. And I hope you are all well over there as well. Can't wait to come and see you soon. We definitely need coffee and catch up. Have you found out, Ruth, what's going on?
Yeah, we've got lots of top fans.
Oh, have we?
So some of the usual.
But who's right at
reprobates.
the top?
Right at the top is Steve Andrews.
Yeah, Steve Andrews.
Steve Andrews, followed by Aaron Kelly, Nathan Rees, Kelly Rogan, Beverly Charles, Paul Dixon, Steve Hewlett, Claire Nicholson, Vicky Wild, Vicky Wild's a new one, and Adam Fielding.
There you go.
How exciting.
There you go.
No, Harry just got one.
There you go.
Leanne Unsworth, where's yours gone?
She's lost it.
It's been taken from you.
Knocked off the top spot, apparently.
No. Beverly
so.
Charles says, no, Gary, not ovaries. Real eggs, chickens' eggs. They have a code on them. Michelle Shipman has been telling me all about it. I never knew if they have a British standard.
What an interesting story. I think you can have one of them.
It's Ruth's
Beverly's.
Fun Fact
I can't.
of the Day.
Sorry, there you go.
Tell us about it.
Beverly.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Oh, dear. What an interesting story.
Well, that kind of is though, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's good.
Track your chickens' eggs.
Track your chickens.
What, so you know where they've come from? Which chicken?
Apparently so.
Well, that's good to know, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
How wonderful.
Top news of the week.
Yvette Pepper, I'll never have the top badge. Well, you just need to try harder.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never say never. Don't give up.
Yeah,
You
don't
can
give up.
do it. If it's
You
one of
can
your
do it.
life ambitions,
Yeah.
dedicate yourself. Get that top badge.
Oh, Yvette, I need to talk to you as well at some point about some filming.
Fairy
Not like that.
filming.
But yeah, some fairy filming.
Fairy filming.
Yeah.
Just as she starts back at the gym.
I know, you know. But
When's that? That's this week, isn't
she'll
it?
have a day off. Yeah, well, probably when you're all out would be good. I can
you
get
go.
onto my next project.
That would work.
Which brings us on to that thing that we need to talk about.
Oh, what's that?
The elephant in the room. Me.
Rude.
Yeah. So listen, this is quite an important announcement. You know, like TV shows have series, and they go series 1, series 2, etc., etc. So what's going to happen is we are going to have a break at the end of episode 50, which is basically the end of this week. It's only going to be a 2-week break. But basically, there are reasons for this. One, we're going to revamp everything that we're doing and freshen it up a little bit, because otherwise we'll be going stale. Two, Ruth is out on tour, which means there would be no right-hand Ruthie for at least over a week, which would be rubbish because it'd be me rambling on. And I don't have that much interesting to say. So what we're going to do is at the end of this week, on Friday, that will be the last show for 2 weeks, and then we're going to come back with series 2, which we're going to put some very exciting things in, because we like the fact that there's a lot of people on chat joining in. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to involve people in the chat as well. Yes. We're going to have competitions where you can win fabulous prizes, some good, some rubbish, but really good ones as well. Yeah, so it gives you a chance as well, and also we'll have top fan of the week as well, which will come back. So at the end of this week we're having a 2-week break, and then we're back with season 2 of Stage to Stream, which will be revamped a little bit. We're not going to have guests every night. We're going to do other things. Yes, all will be revealed in the new format. So that's very exciting. What do you think, Ruthie?
Very exciting.
It is exciting, isn't it?
But also, I think if anybody out there, what do you want to see more of? Or
Yeah.
less of? Let us know. Because we're here to listen.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, ultimately, we'll do what we want anyway. But, it's it's nice to know what you think.
But yeah, we're gonna have a few exciting things happening, which is very good indeed, very exciting.
Out of date tea bags, you never know.
That could be one of the prizes.
I've got a lot of stock to get rid of.
We have got some good prizes, some merchandise prizes which you might be able to win.
Yeah.
Like a Moonface mug.
It's literally my mug on a mug.
Yeah, it's a mug on a mug.
It's exciting.
Boom.
I mean, who doesn't want one of those?
Yeah. So that's happening.
Yeah, how exciting.
Yeah. So tell me something interesting, Ruth, just while I adjust my camera set over here, just for a moment.
What, just randomly interesting?
Well, just tell us something
Do you know what I
interesting.
probably should do is actually talk about why I'm here, because
What you should do is exactly that. So you do that.
Again.
You do that. I'm gonna.
So.
Because I'm running my camera tonight through Zoom.
Well, that's because you broke your other camera.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that it does cut off every 20 minutes.
You're still talking.
I know. Well, I'm just saying why.
Okay.
So it's important, isn't it?
No.
Well, it is. So why don't you tell people why you're here, Ruth?
I'm here because I run Social Media Corner.
Yes, you do.
So we've already got lots of people in the chat. But if you want to watch along, hop on to
I'm back.
Facebook, stagetostream.tv. Head into the chat in the comments. Don't forget to like and share it as well. But equally, you can listen along on our Stage to Stream radio.
Ooh.
Streaming 24 hours a day.
Yes.
How exciting. I want to add to that as well, Gary. You have to show me how to add to that. We had that conversation earlier. But that's irrelevant.
I've just started the radio.
You
Forgot
just
again.
press go on the radio.
If you've just joined us on the radio, good evening. Welcome to StationStream.tv. You've not missed anything. But welcome if you're listening to us out there on Radioland.
Hello.
Had to do that because I forgot to connect to the radio at the same time.
I told you right at the beginning.
It's all going well tonight. I know, but I'm, working on cameras at the moment.
Monday.
Here we are. Camera.
Anyway, let
go.
me finish.
Yes.
So,
Because it's time to.
Let's
oh,
get social.
ding.
Good.
Yeah. So, like I said, head into the comments. Tell me what you did for Easter. What did you do? Because that's fun to know. Anyway, alternatively, later on, when Mr. Richard WHYMARK is here, you can ask questions. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Or, here's my phone. Equipped with all the latest apps. It's portable too. So if you want to, you can actually send me a message on that via WhatsApp. But, what's the telephone number, I hear you all ask?
Glad you asked.
What's the telephone? Oh.
07510 followed by 891 then 005. Let's get
Do it.
social.
What was that number again?
That's 07510
Of course.
followed by 891 then 005.
Yes, there you
Did that
go.
without looking.
You did. It's very impressive indeed. Very impressive.
Thanks.
Let's have a look who's in the chat this evening. Let's find out, shall we?
Right, well, we have got Leanne Unsworth. Hello, Leanne. She said, I rented The Wizard of Oz. Well done,
Yes.
you. Has anybody else rented The Wizard of Oz?
That's very good.
Anybody else out there? Let me know if you have. Speaking of The Wizard of Oz, I didn't know this. Did you know this, Gary?
Go on.
So tell me, who wrote the original book, The Wizard of Oz?
Alfred Baum.
Alfred Mum.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And in Wicked, what's the name of the Green Witch?
Alphabet.
Elphaba. Yeah? El Frank Elf. B-A-U-M is how you spell bomb.
Oh, there you go. B-A. Good.
So Elphaba as the initials with an extra A.
There you go.
How weird's that?
Yeah, it's good.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Well, that is a fun fact of the day.
It's Ruth's fun fact of the day.
That was a good one.
Tell us about it, Ruthie.
Well, that's because it's theatre related rather than food.
Oh, Paul's got to go. See you later, Paul. Take care,
Bye,
my friend.
Paul. I hope
Bye.
it goes well.
Yeah. Oh, that's impressive. Oh, that's a good fact, Ruth.
Isn't it?
Very good fact. Well done.
Stumbled across that.
We're getting good here tonight.
Well.
Wow, don't get too excited. Ross Gunning's in the chat. Hi,
Hello.
Ross.
Oh, Ross. Did anybody out there? Well, I know you all did, didn't you? On Friday, watch the concert.
I did.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
good. Well done, you. Very good.
Yes.
It was amazing.
And they raised loads of money for charity as well.
Mm.
Tommy Rollison's in the chat.
Oh, hello, Tommy.
Hello, Tommy. He was on the beach with E.T. today.
He was, I saw that.
Yeah, did you see that?
Well, it looked like E.T. just come out of a ward, to be honest.
Yeah.
We love you, Rollo.
Oh, I love you, Rollo.
In your tracksuit.
Oh, Steve Hewlett's watching Treasure Island. Ooh,
Oh, that's nice.
have you seen Wizard of Oz yet? It's good. But yeah, Treasure Island's very good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. We did that
Enjoy.
one the last year, Christmas? When did we do that one?
Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah, we released it for Christmas.
Oh,
didn't we?
thank you for these fab shows. You're welcome, my friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. Who else we got? Harry
Hope you enjoy
Sedman's
them.
here. Hi, Harry. Still no badge. Still no badge.
Still no badge.
No. I'm just scrolling up because lots has happened since the last time I looked at this chat. Yvette Pepper. I worked all Easter. Alice and the bunny she was hanging about with.
Mm.
It was delightful to spread some Easter joy. That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we did with Wizard.
Yeah.
Spread a bit of
some
Easter joy. Yeah.
Speaking of spreading things,
Oh, careful.
we've been watching that Channel 5 thing, haven't we?
Oh, the yeah. Oh, Baldy Cone's here. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
Hope you're well over there.
How are you?
Welcome, welcome. What was you watching, Ruth?
The Channel 5 holiday park.
Oh,
nonsense.
yes, yeah.
Now, I'm just saying. Oh, I didn't reply to Heather. Heather, if you're out there, I will reply.
Mm.
Nonsensical. But anyway. So, they did this filming last summer when holiday parks were allowed to open in the UK.
Yeah.
And we've already spoken about how questionable things are. But I suppose it's one of those things. We all know what film crews are like. We had a film crew follow us for a tiny little bit in Coastfields when we did that.
We did, and I was also in. Let me just throw in this
Oh, here
one.
he goes. Side note.
No, I was in a little program called Seasiders back in 1995.
Ooh.
Yeah, they followed me around all year. Well, they followed everybody around all year. And because I was too positive, I wasn't in the show much. Yeah, true story.
1995.
But I
Oh,
did do, I did do one bit where I tried a jacket on. Yeah.
And there was a clip where you went running on stage for part of a Take That tribute, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was in it as well. Yeah, I was Robbie, I think. Or yeah, I must have been.
Yeah? I don't know.
I did a Robbie tribute for years as well. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I was a lot thinner then and a lot less beardy.
Harry Stedman says Seaside was actually decent compared to Happy Campers. You're absolutely right. Now, I've
Yes.
gone off on a tangent, shock horror.
Go on.
But when we had that film crew following us, because obviously you'd been through Seasiders, so you had the inside scoop.
Yeah.
Because you've got to be careful, because they'll twist things, these film crews, to make it look like it's good TV.
Well, they need to fill time.
I know, but imagine this, you're at work or whatever, or you're not anywhere to be seen, so you're not on the floor, nowhere, and all of a sudden, ooh, you have a little yawn, okay? But you're backstage, everybody yawns, it happens. Particularly if you've not got fresh airflow or something, or anyway, whatever.
What are you getting to on this?
Well, it's just
Somebody
listen,
yawning?
Listen. But the film crew
There's quite a
will
few
take
people
a
doing that
picture
now.
of that of somebody yawning, and they'll go, whoa. And the voiceover person will go, oh, Ruth is very tired today,
Yeah.
or is very bored, and put an evil spin on it. Evil spin.
Yeah, put some evil music under you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All because you had a yawn.
Well, it happens, yeah.
So, anyway, all I'm
Yeah.
saying is we know that these film crews can change things, and because you follow a narrative, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what happens. It's the same as, side note again, I'm going to go for it. So it's the same as when you watch a stage show, or when you watch, a filmed version of that stage show. When you watch the stage show, you can choose the narrative, so you can choose to watch those people over there before going over. But when you're watching it on a film, that's your narrative in there, and they pick up on that, and then they say, this is what you must watch. So with that in mind, that's what happens. Anyway, back to the topic in hand.
Yeah.
This Happy Campers, oh my goodness. Now, it was filmed, like I said, last year, back in summer, when we were allowed to open holiday parks. I don't think you weren't supposed to be travelling that far, I don't think. I don't think that was allowed. Anyway, so these two holiday parks, for those of you that haven't seen it, one of them is based in Cornwall and one of them is based in Somerset. Both lovely places, I'm sure you'll agree. But the lack of the COVID awareness, because the UK had just come out of the massive lockdown, social distancing was in place, so all the holiday parks that were open, you weren't allowed to open, you couldn't have that many people in the show bar at once. They had to split it, so half and half. But face masks was still a thing. But when you're watching this show, one of them in particular, the Cornwall one, oh my goodness, there's no masks being worn. There's people leaning all over the reception desks, and reception just handing them things, and they're just picking them back up, and it's ridiculous.
Well, here's something exciting, and far more exciting. Kelly Rogan was filmed for Happy Campers and is now hoping she's not in it.
Amazing! Which park were you at?
Oh,
which one?
How funny. I don't
Tell
know.
us.
That's funny though. Yeah. So there you go. Happy days.
It's
yeah.
just frustrating that. Because...
Kelly said also, sorry to just talk over you, Ruth, but you're boring me. Kelly Rogan also said you were the tallest Robbie tribute ever. Remember when that family turned up and expected the real Robbie? Yeah. Actually, I was the manager as well. Actually got complaints from the family.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Because it wasn't the real Robbie Williams. It was me.
The better version.
No, not at all.
No.
But
I was just trying to be
yeah.
nice.
So sorry, what were you saying? I wasn't bored. I was just being rude.
No, that was it.
For fun.
That was it. Last summer, but no one was wearing masks indoors, or no one seemed to. Well, that's what I mean, Harry. But there was just a lot of, and then they had really bad weather in one of them. So all the campsite people. Now I think we all know that if you're at a campsite, there's no way when there is bad weather they're going to say, yeah, come on inside everybody and let's have a sleepover in the clubhouse. At no point would that ever happen unless it was maybe a tornado. They're just going, yeah, so what? It's
Especially
British
when
weather.
COVID's on.
You're camping. So what they
That'd be
did is they
mental.
opened up the show bar doors and everybody went in there to sleep. So it was like a communal sleepover with I don't know how many people, what, 50 maybe? Bizarre, very strange.
Well, there you
Anyway,
go.
That's it. That's
Good
all I had
rant,
to
Ruth.
say.
Thanks for that one.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
What would you? It was a question you asked me before that. I
Oh,
don't remember what it was.
can't remember. I've lost the will.
Can anyone remember?
I don't know. So if you just joined us, welcome to StageStream.tv, live here from the Neverland Theatre. We've got our guest coming up very shortly indeed. The fabulous Richard WHYMARK will be joining us in around about 4 or 5 minutes' time. That was a good dose of crapanori, yes.
Well, that was more of an angry one. That wasn't a.
Wasn't angry.
Well, it wasn't. I just felt like I needed to offload my feelings.
Ooh.
That was it. It's been a long weekend.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I did get you an Easter egg, Gary.
Oh, thanks very much.
Upstairs.
Kelly Rogan, I believe they were the same family that complained that their child couldn't sleep in the clubhouse under a speaker. Yes. Yeah, see, all this happens.
Well, when does that when
So
the
they
entertainment was already on?
Yeah, so well, no, because I was doing my Robbie tribute, which they were already. Now, should point out as well, this was way back in time. This was probably 20 years ago. But they complained that I wasn't the real Robbie Williams because they were expecting that on a holiday park in wherever it was, Flamborough.
Flamborough, what a name!
Flamborough near Bridlington. But also. Then they sat right under the speaker and, then complained that it was too noisy.
Do you know, that's the thing. I see that a lot. Now, I don't have children. I can't judge people on their parenting. But I think if you've got like a 3-year-old and they've fallen asleep in the clubhouse and you're still there 6 hours later, should you not take that kid to bed?
Yeah.
I
Well,
find
maybe
it
not.
strange.
We need
Who am I
pictures.
to judge?
I don't think there are pictures. There probably are somewhere.
No, but there are clips of Seasiders, so we could montage that together and treat them all for. We could treat them for the Friday end of episode.
Let's not.
50. Yes. Let's do that. Hands up in the chat. Who wants that to happen? Little snippets of Gary as Robbie Williams. Seasiders.
No, because there's only that one. I don't think there's any pictures anywhere. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Ross Gunning. If anyone can't get to sleep any night, just get Ruth to tell you a story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why our shows have such high ratings.
Yeah, I probably should stop.
It starts off well, and then people just fall asleep on their phone.
Anyway.
Ross Gunning, did you enjoy Friday Night Concert, guy? Yes, we did. Yes, we did indeed. Very good.
Yeah, so
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
And it was good to see the West Enders that came and joined us on the show in there as well, because they were incredible. Everyone was incredible, but it was good to see them because I'd spoke to them. So
Super good.
yeah.
Well done, you.
Ruth, it's almost time. I'm going to hand over
Is
to
it?
you. Yeah, while I switch my screen.
Well, I'm just going to go through a few more comments. We've got Yvette Pepper says, you need an official James Harrison jingle for Ruthie's Ramblings. That sounds good, that. An official JH jingle.
A JH jingle. Well, do you know what? We need to talk about having new jingles and stuff because, for season 2, which obviously for those of you who just joined us, season 2 will be coming back after we have a 2-week sabbatical, shall we say. So we might need some new jingles, I think. Yeah, it could happen.
I think you need a jingle.
It could happen.
You need one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could be Gary's, I don't know.
Gary's
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think it should be? Anyone got any ideas?
I don't know.
Ruth's got her angry eyebrows out tonight, says Beverly Charles. Yes. Well, it just frustrates me. It does frustrate me when, they should do things properly. And particularly if you're being filmed. I mean, at what point would you not go, "Urgh, panic stations, there's the camera, everyone put your masks on." Anyway.
Don't know.
I've never been to Cornwall. Apparently it's quite nice. Never been. Right, let's have a little look. There was one short snippet of Heads, but that was it. Not constantly over 2 or 3 episodes. Harry Stedman, what on earth are you talking about? One short snippet of Heads, but that was it. I've got no idea. Anyway, 1995. Tommy Rollerson wasn't born then.
No, I saw that. I saw him put that in the thing.
Very good.
Yeah, no, true story.
I was 9.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I was still in primary school. When
I
you
did
were
see
doing
him
that.
pop that up. I did see him mention that. So yeah. So that would be why then. Tommy wasn't even born.
Not even born.
And we were out there. Baldy Clown's out there.
Baldy Clown's here. Saw your balloon farmyard cow thing. That looked phenomenal. Wow, that's a hard word to say. It's not.
That was amazing.
Phenomenal. Did really good, that. Lovely, lovely. Right, let's have a little look. Steve Hewlett, The Wiz next. Absolutely. So he's going to look at The Wizard of Oz next.
Fabulous.
That's good.
Right, I think we're ready.
We're ready.
Yeah, we're set.
Great.
I'm just having to do things differently on there now because of obviously my camera. Yes, it's
you
true.
broke it.
Because it broke today, but that's fine. Okay, it's almost time for our guest this evening. Don't go anywhere, because right after this, we've got Richard WHYMARK. Don't go anywhere. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's Richard WHYMARK. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hi, Gary. Hello, Gary.
Hey, Richard WHYMARK and friends. How are you? Are you well?
I'm very well. Yes. Looking forward to the end of lockdown and everything. We are
Can't be long, can it?
Not long now, my friend. Not long now.
So who do we have joining us this evening with you?
Wait, this little fella. Hello, this Willie. This is Willie. His name is Willie Maker. He's one of my little characters. I got one or two of the others hanging around here, but
nice.
I'm having to hold the camera thing as well at the minute, so I'm multitasking at the moment.
Multitasking's good. That's what we're doing. My camera's all packed up just literally before we started the show, so I'm about to rejig everything around. But it's all good. It's all fine. Listen, but for those of you out there that don't know Richard, tell us a bit about yourself and how you got into the business.
Yeah. Okay. Can I put you down for a minute? Really? Yeah. Let's just put you down just for a second or two. Well, basically, I'm living in East Anglia. I live in Suffolk. I've been a comedian now for over 25 years. I started a long time ago doing all the talent competitions, all around the East Coast and the clubs and there was cabaret clubs back in the day. I started as a comedy impressionist because one of the acts that lived in East Anglia, what kind of influenced me was an act called the Brother Lees.
Oh, right, yeah.
Do you remember the Brother Lees,
the
original Brother Lees? I'm friends with all the guys, and I was actually almost with the Brother Lees for a spell. And when I got, I started doing the holiday park circuit and the clubs and everything. And what happened was I was also a magician because as a kid I was always interested in magic, and I'm two-time president of the Ipswich Magical Society. And when I was doing the impressions, I used to put tricks and things in and visual props to just break the act up, as they say, to add a bit of variety, because that's my big passion. And then about 20-something years ago, a friend of mine was a ventriloquist. And at the time, when I was doing the impressions, I was doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Chris Tarrant. I used to put the blonde wig on and, hello, welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And then I would do impressions of the characters, like Ali G, Ozzy Osbourne and that. But I noticed there was a lot. And one night I just tried it with a puppet. And a friend of mine, I used to have a chimpanzee what used to pee over the audience and stuff like that. And then I had a friend who was a good ventriloquist who moved up north, and there wasn't many ventriloquists. There's not many in the country anyway, but there wasn't any in East Anglia. So I thought, okay, because on the circuit in East Anglia, there was Rollo. Rollo did some magic and impressions and bits. Andy Leach, who's my mate who I do a lot of shows with, he was a comedy magician. And there were several impressionists. I thought, there's something here. So I learned the vent thing, and I slowly incorporated that into the act. And like so many of us, I often do functions where I do two spots. So I have the stand-ups and comedy magic and all the visual stuff, and the persona is me. And then the vent act became my second act, if you will. But predominantly that's what I started getting known for. So that became the main act, if you will. And thankfully, because Steve Hewlett was not always around the area, or Paul Zerdin, I was able to obviously do a lot of work as a ventriloquist. So that's kind of how it all started for me, and has been, like so many of us, been my passion and love for a long time now.
Yeah, so you do various sort of shows, don't you? So I
Yeah.
saw in the advertising you did one with Jimmy Cricket and
That's right.
yeah. So are you now predominantly sort of ventriloquist, or do you do comedy act, or what do
No,
you sort of
I
push
do.
towards?
I kind of I like to say I work to order.
Yeah.
I did television years ago prior to Britain's Got Talent. I did a thing called Stand Up Britain, which was really set in a comedy club. I did what I'd call a traditional stand-up piece, just quick gags and that, because all the other guys were doing the observational and effing and jeffing and all that, which I didn't want to go down that route.
Yeah.
And I noticed that sometimes it happens with magicians and some acts, they hide behind something. Magicians can hide behind the trick, or even ventriloquists hide behind the puppets. I was always playing on the Suffolk, being from Suffolk, playing on the innocent country boy image.
Yeah.
And that once you've got a character, you can then do all the other things. So no, I kind of work to order. Jimmy Cricket's a dear friend. Jimmy is very much end of the pier, mainstream variety. And when I've worked with him, I do the vent act because I let him do his visuals and all the other stuff. I still put impressions in the act if it's current, if it fits in with what I'm doing. But no, I mean, the traditional, what would we call it? The traditional cabaret spot would be 45 minutes to an hour. If I'm booked for one spot, I will do stand up as myself and then bring the little fellas out the boxes and do them. Or sometimes, when I do the summer shows like Seaside Special I'm involved with, there'll be the sketches, and then of course that'll involve the other things. So I think it's important these days to, we've had a lot of time to practice and write new stuff, and I've written characters and stuff that has always been in the back of my mind. And so yeah, you learn a skill. I remember young Tommy, he was mentioned earlier, Tommy Rollison. Yeah. I remember him as a little fella. Used to come and watch him, and me and his dad worked a lot at Chroma together. Yeah. And Tommy, he's a lovely lad, and so's Lucy. They're great kids, and they're grown up. And he was a little lad, always like, he wanted to be a clown, a circus clown, but he was told, which is quite right, you must learn a skill. Yeah. And he learned to juggle. Now, that little fella now, he can, he said, you can kind of turn his hand to almost anything. He did a little bit of vent. He nicked some of my act. He told me about that one. But I think I think it's a good thing, especially in this day and age, to learn a little. If you've got a love of magic, you don't have to have it highfalutin tricks or anything. You just learn to entertain an audience. The magic is you as a performer, is always you.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice if you can learn different skills. And that can, whether it's because I've worked with circus, some friends of mine have got a thing called Circus Petite down in East Anglia, and which was a small circus which has grown, and they toured 2 or 3 times. I've done some Christmas stuff with those. Never thought I'd ever work circus, but it happened, and it's important, I think, to don't pigeonhole yourself. Yeah. It's always good, when dancers learn to sing, and it's nice to be able to offer other things out, for an audience.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got Tommy, Rollo, and Lucy all coming to do a show for me at the end of this week.
Lovely.
So so that's exciting. We're looking forward to that. Obviously, we mentioned briefly about obviously the pandemic hit. How did that affect you?
Well, like everybody, it knocked everybody for 6. It really did, because it were, what we do is we're performers. We love what we do. Performing, I've always said, it's not a job you don't phone it in. You can't. It's that interaction with an audience. I've seen some singers and that do live from my living room. I've passed all that. Yeah. I didn't like to see a lot of that. I saw some great acts that kind of didn't really come across very well, and I don't mean that respectfully. I used the time like a lot. I wrote new stuff. I wrote down everything I already do, and like I mentioned Andy Leach, we were phoning each other up because we were clearing the garage and the sheds and the lofts out, and he'd phone me up. I found this. Do you want to use it? Is it any good to you? And I was sort of ringing him. I found this. Is this any good to you? It was and finding stuff we hadn't used in years. Yeah. And it's been that time. You have to think positively. I wrote it all down. I wrote new stuff. Some stuff may not get used. We just don't know. But you have, I did a lot of this type. I've done lots of these podcasts with different people, and I've done some video messages, and anniversaries and birthdays with the little fellas on and that. Yeah, it's hit us hard. I've done radio. I've done what I can without harming what we do.
Yeah.
It's people come to the funny guys like ourselves. They come to us to lift their spirits, but it's hit us all. But we're seeing a light. I've had the first jab and everything. I mean, the reality is my wheelie bin has done more miles than the car.
I know that feeling. Yeah, I know that feeling.
And someone said, "Oh, are you going to have 20 minutes of COVID material when you come out?" I said, "No way." I said, "We put it behind us. We go back to doing all the. For me, it's the family audience. Yeah. It's that." My love. I spoke to Sean Rollo the other week, and I said, one thing I'm kind of thinking, and I spoke to a few about this could be the very thing that brings the families back to the theatres and to the circus, to the pantomimes, because I grew up loving it. That was my thing. I know children, when you're young, you get influenced early on. Some want to be footballers, sportsmen, whatever. I went to the summer shows. I saw Cannon and Ball, Grumbleweeds, Russ Abbott, this, that, and the other. I kind of fell in love with that, and I say to people now, you don't get that anymore. You don't see the traditional show where the whole family can go.
Yeah.
Great Yarmouth is up the road from me. Last year there was a couple of, should we say, adult shows on the pier. A couple of comedians known to everybody. Sadly, we lost Bobby Ball. We lost Barry Chuckle. You don't see an awful lot of the traditional shows. This is the time we're trying to put one on the road and go to some venues with it. This is the time when hopefully the families might come. If it's the right price, it has to be the right price, because a lot of people won't have surplus money. But I think this could be a bit of a turn. We've got to get a positive from it. I think it could be one of the things that hopefully might bring the families back to the theatres and the venues, and so we keep our fingers crossed for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. I think they will. I think there'll be a boom once people know they can safely go back in. I think it's the one thing that people have craved, isn't it? Getting all together and seeing a show. Yeah. So you say you're starting to get work come back in now.
Yeah, thankfully. I mean, even agents were all, a lot of agents and bookers were, they're in the same boat because no one was phoning them. I've had some inquiries from, I think for myself, it's probably from July onwards.
Yeah.
December's looking very healthy, which is bizarre because I think, again, with certain things, it's going to be towards the end of the year. Because I do the cabaret and also I work as a close-up magician, so some venues I do the close-up for an hour or so, before doing a cabaret act. And obviously I've had to think of the tricks that, and same for all magicians, that don't involve you being too close.
Yeah, of course.
Or involving them to the traditional pick a card, this, that, and the other. And I'm an alternative ventriloquist because I don't use the mask.
Right.
The dreaded vent mask, because that's
of course,
so many people now do that, and even people who are not ventriloquists use one. So I know a few who are stuck because they've got 10 minutes they can't do at the moment because of that going on somebody's face. I don't use them. I've got 5 or 6 characters, so I'm kind of safe there. But no, the work is starting to come through, and I think, I think come midsummer, I know some venues that are initially a socially distanced, and then round, if it all goes the right way, September, October, I think is when hopefully some will be able to have a bigger capacity. So that's what we all keep our fingers crossed.
It's strange you mentioned about the the magicians and stuff, because it's something even I didn't think about. Just those little bits straight away where you go, well, what can you do as a close up? Where a lot of the tricks are literally up close and personal to people, especially for that that close up magic. How you adapt it.
Yeah, you do. I mean, funny enough, during lockdown, I spoke to a friend of mine, Peter Nardi. He owns a company called Alakazam.
Yeah.
Down south, a magic company, and his son was on Britain's Got Talent the other year. And funny enough, a couple of the ones that I've been playing around with and doing on Zoom, he's marketed for me. So that was just another string to my bow. I had a couple of effects marketed, but there was things like the invisible deck. There's certain things where you do not have to have that contact.
Yeah.
You know, we won't be doing the sign a card type thing and sponge balls and things for a little while. But yeah, you know, I thought about what I already have and what can be used, you know, within a distance and everything, because you can't spray packs of cards with the solution every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot. I know. I do feel for because I've done weddings, but I don't specialize in that. But I know it's going to be a bit tricky for the wedding magicians and things through the summer because, again, guests are limited. So that's one thing that may or may not happen.
But then again, as we know, magicians over the year collect thousands of magic tricks and put them in a drawer and never use them. So now's the time to go through and go, oh, I could do that now.
I've been there myself. Anyone, I mean, every year I always go to the Blackpool convention.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Anyone who, you know, is a wonderful weekend, and everybody comes back with a bootload of rubbish, and you find about 3 weeks later carrier bags with things you thought, well, it looked good on the stall. What the bleeding hell is this?
Yeah.
We're all wondering what we've bought.
I'll use it at some point.
It's the love of what we do, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, it doesn't. It's the child within us, you know, that's, you know, got something from a joke shop when we were a kid, and it never goes away.
Absolutely. I'm going to bring Ruthie in on the conversation now. Hello, Ruthie, over there. She's on social media. You won't see her, but you'll hear her. The voice of Ruthie.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, Ruthie. How are you, my lovely?
Wonderful. Yeah, I was just saying to Gary that that I met you. Oh, crikey! It must have been about 3 years ago, I think it was. I was back at a holiday park in Seacroft. I was helping out.
Yeah. That Seacroft Hemsby, isn't
That's
it?
the
Just
one.
by the Yarmouth.
Yeah, I was blown away by your suit. I was very excited by it. It's amazing. Anyway, that aside. Right, we've got lots of questions for you in the chat,
Sure.
so we'll get straight into it. So we've got Beverly Charles here. Hi, Beverly. She wants to know, what is the best thing about puppetry for you, and how would you advise and encourage young performers looking into the craft?
All right. Best thing about puppetry, and it's one of those questions that I can't give the honest answer to. I know when I work a puppet, certain material gets a bigger laugh with a puppet than if I did it as me. It's one of those weird situations. It's like it works. It just works. The puppets I use myself, or the bulk of them, are made. I think you'll know, Gary. They're made by a company called Axtell in America.
Amazing.
They're fantastic. They make them. And there's lots of puppet makers all around the world. But the ones I use, because they're made of given the secrets, they're made of latex. So for those out there who've seen Spit and Image, the Spit and Image puppets made of latex. So that makes the faces very soft and pliable. So they look very cartoon-like.
Yeah.
Because I do know with ventriloquism, particularly children and even some adults, they're very fearful sometimes of the traditional vent doll, which is the wooden face and the fixed jaw thing, reminiscent of Lord Charles, Ray Allen's Lord Charles. But the ones I use, they're soft-bodied and they're very like cartoon-like, so that helps in that. If anyone wants to get into it, thankfully now, as well as multiple books and DVDs and everything, there's lots of online lessons on YouTube. So you can learn the basics if you want to be a ventriloquist, and also puppetry. There's various puppeteers, Ronnie Ledrew, who did Zippy and George, and different ones have put pieces on YouTube. So you can learn like just every form of entertainment. There's some great online things there. And I'd also say, look in your area or Google it. It used to be the Yellow Pages, but if you Google, obviously there's children's entertainers all around the country. There are ventriloquists. There's obviously myself, Steve, Paul Zerdin, and everything. We're always willing. I've done some stuff for people in the last year. If they message us or anything, we're always willing to help and everything. But you don't have to spend a fortune. I'd always say it's like with magic or anything. You can bet. In the toy shops and online on Amazon, you can get a puppet, not too expensive, just to see how you get on with it, because the trick with a puppet is you always keep it moving, you always keep it real, as they say. There's a tendency when you start to say, hello, how are you? I'm good, and then it's the puppet's in a locked position till you move again. But there's lots of stuff online, so yeah, if that helps,
Brilliant. Love it. Back to you, Ruthie.
Okie dokie. We want to know two ends of this. We want to know, what is the hardest thing to say, whether that's a sentence that's full of peas or something like that. But what's also the easiest sentence to say that maybe I could give a go right now?
Yeah, okay, this is the easiest. It's one of the first lessons you get. And it's, I like your suit. It's, I like your suit. Now, you mentioned the suits I wear, because my shout-out suits, I've got 2 or 3 of the blue and white cloud ones, which is kind of my uniform. But I like your suit. If you relax your mouth, your tongue in the nicest way does all the work for you. I like your suit. You shouldn't move your lips at all. Now, that's the easiest. I mean, my mum was the first ventriloquist I ever saw when I was a kid playing out in the garden. If I misbehaved, she used to grit her teeth, get in this house. And that's what a lot. The B's and P's, without getting too technical, because when you reposition your mouth, because ventriloquism means speaking from the belly. And that's not actually what it is. You're actually speaking from the back of your throat here. The words are formed here. And like B's and P's, in my case, the B's and P's, instead of your bottom, when you say a B or a P, you're actually, your bottom lip's out the way and you're flicking your tongue off the back of your top teeth. So you're like B, P. So you're not actually using your bottom lip. So I change the words. You know, I don't get petrol, I get diesel. I always
Love it.
I tweak the script accordingly and everything. But yeah, the B's and the P's, and they are the hardest. But I like your suit is probably the easiest phrase to learn.
Ruth,
Yeah.
go for it, Ruth.
I'll give it a try. So I like your suit. Okay,
Yeah, go on.
right. I like your suit.
Very good.
Did it move?
That was very good.
It must be. I can't see you, Ruth.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It was
It was
brilliant.
great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was wonderful. Ruth, have we got time for one more this evening?
Oh,
Time's
okay.
flying.
One more. Okie dokie. We've got this one here from Leanne Unsworth. She wants to know if you could sit down with someone in the industry. Now, this could either be past or present, absolutely anybody, and pick their brains and have a one-to-one chat with them. Who would it be and why?
Oh, I think if it was past, I was fortunate to meet him and speak to him, but his wealth of knowledge and his love of the biz are probably Ken Dodd.
Yeah.
I met him at Blackpool a couple of times, and same with Bobby Ball, because I was a big fan of double acts, and I met Bobby once, and but Ken Dodd, there's a new book out, I think this week, by Lady Anne, his wife. He had a love of the business. It won, the legend of the length of his shows and everything, but he supported variety, he supported pantomime, magic, circus. He loved it with a passion. And like at Blackpool, he never dissed anybody. There's obviously, you hear stories of people who, shall we say, their persona that you see on the screen or on the stage isn't always what you meet backstage. But Ken Dodd was, he was one of the reasons I do what I do. An incredible performer. Yeah, he's probably one, if I'd have had the chance to sit down for a long time. Jimmy Crickett's a dear friend. I've had conversations with him, but Ken was the master for me, I think. Yeah.
No, absolutely. An absolute legend. My friend, we've run out of time. Can you believe it? It goes so quick. But it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you this evening. Thank you so much. We shall speak again soon, no doubt, but wishing you all the best for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard WHYMARK, thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the wonderful Wizard of Oz. It's showtime!
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, available to rent from this Easter Sunday, live at www.stagetostream.tv. You're watching stagetostream.tv, live from the Neverland Theatre here in Skegness. That was wonderful. What a wonderful, wonderful man, Richard WHYMARK there. An absolute pleasure chatting to him this evening. Thank you very much. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that. How about you, Ruthie?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Richard.
I know.
But yeah, such a lovely man.
You're good at vent as well. We've discovered that.
I tried it before. Well, no, I didn't. I said one sentence before. I can't remember what it was.
Mm.
No.
Your suit is nice.
Your suit is nice. No, that wasn't it.
Your suit is nice.
I like
Ooh.
your suit.
Hello. I like your suit. I like your suit.
Are you Mexican?
I don't know.
Can you do it in other
There you go.
accents? Can you do it in French?
I like your.
It's Russian.
Hold on. Bonjour. I like your. No, I don't know. Not
You
French.
could just grow your moustache down to cover your mouth.
Yeah, I could just pull it down a bit, couldn't I? That would do it.
Yeah, hide in your beard.
Just do that. Hello, I'm the best ventriloquist in the world.
Ha.
Yeah, could
Very
do that.
Good.
Good.
Yeah. Right, so lots of people in the chat. Harry Stedman loves the music in the trailer to The Wizard.
Yes, that would be. Guess who?
A JH special.
Yes.
Yes.
James Harrison did the music for that.
He did.
Yes.
Let's have a little look. What else have we got? Oh yeah, apparently also Harry Stedman has also got his sharer badge back.
Good.
So I'm not quite top fan.
He's a sharer badge, but not a top fan.
It makes no sense, apparently. Neither does what Ruthie says, but we still come back every night. Thanks, Harry.
True story. True story.
It is true. So tomorrow we have got, who've got tomorrow? Mr. Kev Orkian tomorrow.
Excellent. Looking forward to that.
exciting.
Yeah, very much looking forward to that one.
Yeah, so Kev.
Tomorrow evening. Hopefully I get my camera back.
Yeah, that'd be useful.
I'll fix that tonight. It's only because it happened like 2 minutes before the show.
Ink.
Yeah.
That'll
So-
teach you fiddling with my camera.
But in fairness, the Zoom camera, it's not bad. I mean,
It's
I'm
alright.
not in, I'm not in ultra high definition, but it's,
Just to stop you there,
Go on.
we're back to Harry Stedman again. See, I don't know why you haven't got a top badge, because you comment a lot, Harry. I think you should get one.
Yeah, you'd think so.
We'll complain. We'll speak to Mr. Zuckerberg and see what we can get. It's gone now. I can't remember what I was gonna. Oh, I was gonna read something out and it's gone. He said on Friday, are we gonna have a compilation of Ruth's stories?
On Friday.
Crikey! I think people's brains would probably melt.
Yeah,
To be honest with you.
I think what we'll do is one of the new sections in season 2 will be that Ruth is allowed to tell a story, but she only has so much time to tell it in. Not like some
Like
of
a time
the
trial.
20 minutes. Yeah, like it has to be in time with the music.
Well, the problem with it is I don't. You know what it's like. You talk to me regularly. You have to. You have no choice. There's only the two of us here. I mean, the dogs talk, but they don't talk. Well, they do talk to you, but they talk to you through me. That's irrelevant.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, what I was going to say is, it's just things that I remember and come out with. It's not like I.
No, it's good.
So then, do you know what I mean? Like trying to then, and also trying to get the point across swiftly and concisely. I mean, that's going to take preempting and thinking about, which I'll be honest with you, I don't do.
No. But that's going to be a new section, so we look forward to that.
But then you might have some really confusing stories that don't make sense because I've Sometimes you need back.
How will we
context.
cope?
You need side stories and back context to understand.
Well, that would be
sometimes,
another
don't
story,
you?
wouldn't it? There you go. It's exciting.
At least we've got wet trumpets and steel drums, even if we don't have webcams.
Wet cams.
Webcams.
Steel drums are my favourite drum.
There you go. You can have that one.
Thank you.
There you go.
Do you know what? When I worked for Disney, the cruise ship used to dock at Castaway Key, which is their private island in the Bahamas. I expected more steel drums. I'll be honest.
What's it done?
No, not really. The
Sorry, I was
music
yawning there.
The music was. Maybe it's because it wasn't a Caribbean island; it was a Bahamian island. Don't know.
There you go. Bohemian or Bahamian.
No, see, I don't know because it was in the Bahamas, but you used to have to sign this book called the Bohemian Book.
Oh.
Which, I don't know, some book you have to sign when you get on the ship to say that you're on the ship. They used to call it the Bohemian Book, and they used to refer to a lot of the places around there as Bohemian. Bohemium, not Bohemian. Not Rhapsody.
There you go then.
But I would have thought it'd be Bahamian.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're Bohemian Bahamians.
Well, it's up to them. They live there.
Can you say that?
No. But you can't say it without moving your lips.
No, I can't.
No.
Good.
Right,
It's
you'll have...
exciting.
Leon Unsworth says, you'll have to tell one story over the whole week. That's true. If you put me on a time trial... and then
Yeah, that's probably true.
You'd have to have a quick recap every
Right.
night so that we know where we are in the story.
It's exciting.
I think I'd explode. If I couldn't tell stories, I think I'd explode.
Well, there you go.
Isn't it weird, though, the amount of things that you remember? It's very strange.
I
isn't
don't
it?
remember anything. I can't remember where I was yesterday. It's
You
all
were
a big
here.
blur. I was here. I haven't moved.
You've been here for weeks.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
no,
working
you
on the
did-
next one next.
You did go...
Because you know what we're doing next, don't you?
What's that, Gary?
We're doing the parking lot social. That goes out this week,
Yeah.
end of this week.
Yeah, but then once we've gone, you've got all week to
Catch up.
do
A
nonsense.
bit of peace and quiet. Yeah.
Do some nonsense.
Yeah. Well, I'll get on to the next project then.
Which is what?
What have we got next? Well, the
Summer,
next project
probably.
after summer is what we're working toward next. And for those of you that didn't hear the announcement, we are doing Big Top Circus. But it's not a circus, it's Big Top Panto. Yeah, Big Top Panto is happening.
How exciting!
Yes, it's running for 8 weeks. 8 weeks. I think it's the biggest undertaking we've taken on ever. So yeah,
It's truly terrifying.
yeah, it really is. 8 weeks in the Big Top in Skegness. So we're working in conjunction with the Wonder Circus. They're doing theirs in the usual place, and we're going over the road up the lane a little bit on the Burr Road
And
roundabout.
together we shall conquer Skegness.
Yeah,
Slash
and
Burr.
we're going to be doing
Burr.
Wizard of Oz Monday to Friday, and then Goldilocks and the Three Bears on Saturday, Sunday. So that's very exciting. Live shows in a Big Top for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
True story. Yeah, so that's very exciting. We're working on that next. But there you go. So we like a challenge.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we will be able to get the theatre open at some point.
Definitely.
You know, I think we'll be one of the last ones to open because obviously we're teeny tiny little independent theatre. But we are looking to get back open as soon as we can, and then we can get people in and have a nice, get some nice shows on, some plays and comedy nights and
Different things.
yeah.
That'd be exciting. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Nice to have friends in here.
Yeah, I missed that. Yeah.
We should have a stage to stream night for. We should do that
Yeah, but we'd only
in
get
here.
like 10 people in.
Well, no, like when we're. Well, okay, yeah. That's true. Well, there's. Yeah. I mean, how many people are watching now?
11.
So take away one of them.
Well, there's 11 on this stream, but we do average about.
There's always the after watches.
Yeah,
with us.
we do average between 500 and whatever views.
But we
so
could do that. We could
the
have a
next day.
competition that we
So,
run and do an exclusive stage to stream night on the stage, streaming from the stage.
live streaming.
But with a live audience. So you can, instead of typing your comments, you literally sat in the chairs and you could just shout them at us.
Yeah.
That could work. That'd be good.
Is the Christmas Panto going to happen this year, says Harry Stedman? Yes, we're doing
so.
various things. We have projects under our belt that we are doing, that we are looking to do in Skegness in various venues as well.
Just depends on the government, doesn't it? And how well behaved the public are.
And, you know, I've got things in my pants hidden away. Plans. I keep them in my pants.
Is that a new safety measure so people can't steal stuff?
Exactly. They're hidden away in my pants where no one can find them. Yeah. True story. And we're off. What a good way to end the show again. Say goodnight, Ruthie. Oh. There you go. What a way to end the show with Ruth laughing because the plans are in my pants. And they're big ones. Good. Hope you've enjoyed yourself this evening. Yeah, good. What a way to end the show again. Love it. It's been an absolute pleasure. Stay safe wherever you are until we can get back in the theatre. Good night.
Okay, go.